Hi, I'm going to explain about software testing. The software testing was mainly used to quality assurance and quality improvement in a software testing world. First of all, we come to know when it was started and why it was started. There is no proper date about software testing when it was started, but we can come to conclude about this. The started date. The first of all, the Microsoft was announced the demo for a printer which was connected to the Windows OS. That time the printer was totally collapsed because of the last time printer was connected with the Unix OS. Now it was come with the Windows OS. So from that part, the testing will started. Commonly three type of testing is available. One is a white box testing, which is 100% pure coding testing. In this part, the white box tester will find a bug in a coding part and structure part. For example, inheritance error, logical error, and then arithmetic operational error, like this one, structure, syntax error. This and all come to the fixed in the white box testing part. One more is a black box testing part. The part black box testing is 100% fully manual testing and automation testing. Two types is available in the black box testing. The manual testing tester will find BRS or SRS document. He prepare test cases and he test cases along with the input and output, expected input and expected output. He run those test cases and find a bug and he prepare a bug log and a bug report at all called as manual testing. One more thing is automation testing, which is used by a tool as automation testing. This is also manual testing only, but in this part the regression testing. Regression testing is the project was going on as well as testing also going on, but in middle the client was given one more requirement or he need to reduce one requirement. This is called as a regression. For test this kind of situation, regression is called as a automation testing. That time only the regression testing for regression testing only automation testing is very important one. And finally, one more thing is the gray box testing. This is a combination of both white box and black box testings. Type of bugs. There are several bugs available, but now we can learn about some bugs. User interface error. User interface error mean by giving a error message or successful messages, user made any confusion because the wrong information about error message or any wrong color that very contact color will be affected the user UI. It is called as user interface error. Then one more thing is a boundary related error. The boundary related is a loop error. For example, for I equal to I plus plus, this kind of coding at all called as a boundary related errors. The boundary not at all end, it will be keep going on. There is unless boundary called as a boundary related error. One more thing is a calculation error. The calculation is very simple. The arithmetic errors are called as a calculation errors. Initial and latest errors. Minimum and maximum set value are missing to initial. This is called as initial and latest status errors. Control flow errors. After clicking a button or any one event, the page should carry the customer to the user to the next page or next form wherever it wants. But instead of showing the perfect page, it will be carried the user to some other page. Otherwise, it's showing us some error page at all called as a control flow error. Then race condition. Each and every task have a race. If you first one task you have sent, then only second will be started. For an example, in the conditions, before saving a data, the form will show the alert message to the user. It will be perfect. But instead of this, after saving a data, the form will show the alert message to the user. It is called as a race condition example. Finally one more thing is a hardware testing. There means synchronization of the software and the hardware. The technical errors are called as a hardware errors. Now come to the bug life cycle. When the tester was find a bug, excuse me, it is called as new. The status was given by tester as a new. After that, when the bug was raised as a new, the development team lead or testing lead team lead will open the bug. He need to check whether the bug is valid or not. If the bug is invalid, then by himself the team lead will reject the bug and also the bug life cycle come to end. If the bug is valid one, but it need to fix next version or next build only. This kind of situation, the development team lead put a status as a deferred unless the bug is valid one and also it need to fix at a time. This kind of situation, the development team lead will change status as assigned and assign the bug to the same or another one developer in the same team. After assigning, the corresponding developer will fix the bugs. After that, the developer will change the bug status as a fixed. Once the bug status are called get a status as a fixed, then the corresponding tester or another tester. It depends upon the testing concepts or testing companies. He'll put a change the status as a retest. By in this retest, he come to know the bug is fixed or not. If the bug is not fixed properly, then the tester will change the status as a reopen and same life cycle will be continue once again. In this retest, if tester come to know the bug was closed properly, then the tester will change the status as a closed, then the bug life cycle come to end. This is called as a total bug life cycle. This is for a funny pastures. Don't get fear about a bug and don't try to back up the bug. If you try, then it will be destroy your the functions and finally it will be collapse your systems. So fix the bug as soon as possible. Thank you for watching video. Thank you very much.